I'm just getting used to this, guys, so bear with me. It's only my second stream. Just wait till some people come in. Otherwise, I can't sing, but I just sing anyway. Don't you hate those people who just drink tea like? Don't you hate that? Hey, Shawhawk. Thanks for jumping in, buddy. How are you? And yeah, thank you. 1,000. I still remember only having like 10, and it felt like 1,000. But hey, no, thanks, buddy. Wholeheartedly appreciate it. He's a call. Oh God, yeah, it's freezing, dude. It's I was at work yesterday, and it's like, what is this, like 7 miles from where I live, and I walked up, and it was fine. You know, it was a bit cold, but it was dry. And then whenever I finished work, it was raining like really heavily, so I had to walk. I had to walk all the way home, and I was just drenched, just from head to toe. But you know what? It was refreshing. So there's that. But yeah, it was bad. It was rough. I put my shoes on today. I have to get like dry clothes and everything, and put my nice, clean, dry, warm socks on, and put the shoes on. And I just forgot and realized that the shoes were soaking wet still. so you can imagine how that felt. So yeah. What about your side? Is it cold where you live? It's the joys of being in the UK. That's the first cup of tea I've had today that hasn't burnt my lip. Shocker. Except just wait for a few more people to come in. But yeah, 1,000, That's crazy. Y'all ever sing yourself? I think you sound amazing. Yeah, sure. Strange, this whole streaming thing. Like I said, this is my second stream, and I'm still trying to figure it out. It's fascinating. What's that do? Oh, fancy. Bubbles. I like the bubble. I like that one. The bubbles. See, it must be pretty cool. Show headlines. What is that? You don't know. It's been 5 minutes already? The fuck? Damn, that flew. It feels like it's literally been like 30 seconds. What? What's that do? Oh, that brings the comments up here. Okay. Like I said, I'm still experimenting here. I'll keep that part off. By the way, I want to apologize for streaming later than originally planned. So I'm sorry about that. There were just delays but yeah, so sorry I've started the stream later than I should have. That's my bad. How is everybody? Everyone good? But yeah, I mean, might as well just talk about. Well, I mean, we could talk about the journey to 1,000. So, it's crazy. I mean, I've been doing this for nearly 2 years. The whole YouTube thing, and it's been crazy. It's been one hell of a long ride, and I always say getting to the journey to getting to 1,000 is the longest. It is the longest part. They say it's the most difficult part. I think the most difficult part was getting to 100. That's what I think. I mean, building up and getting there, It's. But once you get to 100, I think it slowly kind of gets a little easier. Just a whittle. But yeah, I remember whenever I just hit 100, it was like, it felt like a million. It was like, holy shit. That's why I always say to people who are starting out that, keep pushing, keep doing it, because you will get there. You will. Just don't give up. Just keep on pushing. Just keep, keep grafting away, and your hard work will pay off. It will. But the worst thing you can do is go in and think, I'm going to get to 1,000 subscribers in 2 months' time. Because realistically, you're not. I mean, you're very lucky if you are, but you go in with a realistic approach, you will, you will enjoy it. It's about making content and just having fun along the way. That's the best thing you can do. It's like I've enjoyed. I look back and sometimes I just scroll through all the videos I did, and I'm like, holy shit, I remember that. I remember this. I remember doing that. Oh shit, this. It's about the journey, not the destination, as they say. So yeah, the thing is just enjoying it, and it's crazy because I know there's people. If you have I think certain subscribers, you can actually see who your subscribers are. And the odd time I would scroll through them and see that there was some people who were there since the very beginning. And it's like, wow, how did you stick listening to me? What the fuck? So it's pretty cool. And it's wonderful whenever you get genuinely loyal people that stick with you for all that time. Genuine people. It's wonderful, man. It's something. was crazy. But yeah, like I said, just keep pushing, and the worst thing you can do is, like I said, give up. And I think we've all hit that point, where we sat down and we looked at the screens during editing and thought, why am I even bothering? Why, you know? I think we've all said that, we've all reached that, but that's normal, I think the worst thing you do is get burnt out. That's whenever you really hit the wall. But yeah, you just gotta keep going, you know? Just keep pushing. I always said, if you set a realistic goal for yourself, it's like, say, if you start, like, make a brand new channel, set a goal for, I don't know, 30 subscribers. Let's say, okay, I'm going to push for 30. And then when you get to 30, okay, let's see if I can reach 50. And then, 70, 80, etc. onwards. I think if you do that and you just stick to that, it does get rewarding. If you go in like thinking, I'm going to get 100,000 in 2 months' time, and then when 2 months passes and you see that you've only got maybe 35 or something, you're going to get disappointed. And then that's usually whenever people just give up, just say, fuck it. I ain't doing this shit no more. So, and that's it. You abandon the channels. So that's why it's always important to set a realistic goal. See ya. Thankfully, it's not raining tonight. It's a good thing. I'm just looking out the window now. It's just a little bit windy, but it's not. It's not too bad. Thankfully, nice and dry. Couldn't have been dry last night, though. Huh? Had to be dry tonight on my day off. That's just my luck. Bow, bow, bow. So, how is everyone? Yeah, it's been nearly 15 minutes already. Sorry, I thought I heard my door knock. It wasn't, it was the neighbors. I was like, who? Ooh, background music. What's that like? Kind of hear that, can't you? It's kind of relaxing. It's a bit like cafe music, isn't it? When you go into a cafe. What about this one? Very groovy. Okay, what about this one? It's kind of relaxing, isn't it? Now I've got funky. Yeah, there's a lot of settings here. I'm trying to figure out where do I start? Yes, sounds of music. Fancy. I'm just playing around with these things while I'm waiting for people to come in. Hope that music isn't too loud. Oh, also, I am hoping to get the Friday the 13th Part 4 review out this week. So, that'll be something. Part 3 was a lot of fun. That's probably one of my favorite versions of Jason. I just love that he did not. He just didn't give a shit. He's just destroying everything. Badass. This is pretty kick-ass, man. Oh. yeah, I'm hoping to get the Friday the 13th Part 4 review up this week. So I'm aiming for Wednesday. Guys, I will be back in less than a minute. Sorry about that, guys. Still such an awesome comment. I love that. Jeez, it's already been nearly half an hour. What? How? That's crazy, man. Let's go with me. Gotta love all these horror icons on the screen. See if I can name them. All of them. While I'm waiting. Okay, obviously there's Chucky, Jack, little girl from Poltergeist. What was her name? I can't even remember. No, I can't think of her name. But I just remember her, I can still hear her voice stuff. They're here. Iconic. know what I have started playing again recently? The original Silent Hill. It's a pretty cool game if anyone's ever played it. Something about old graphics and horror that just fits so well. And like graphics that are that bad for some reason make the game even scarier. Especially the sound, because the sound is louder than usual. It's one thing I always loved about it. So yeah, I never understood why they remade the second one before they remade the first one. Made sense to me. It's the same as like the remaking Metal Gear Solid, like the remaking the third one and not remaking the first one first. Doesn't make any sense to me. It seems to be a trend that games seem to be doing, which I don't get. Sense. Although they have confirmed that they may be remaking the first one, so that's a good thing. Although they should have done that in the first place before the second one. And I have been replaying Metal Gear Solid 3 as well, so that's pretty fun. Just keep forgetting how iconic it is, but also how corny it can be, like voice acting and stuff, especially like Snake's voice, like the way he's so precise in how he talks. 44 Magnum, that's a pretty good gun, and you use it well. I see you know how to use it. He's just he's very precise in the way he talks, his mannerisms, his style. I know whenever Kiefer Sutherland took over, a lot of people were like, "What the fuck is this guy?" Because we're so used to the original corniness of Snake. So I do get it. I understand. Much as I love Kiefer Sutherland, can't beat the original. So there's always that. Kiefer Sutherland. That reminds me. Has anybody ever seen the movie Mirrors with Kiefer Sutherland? Man, that was a great movie. Classic. Second one, it was very forgettable, in my opinion. Yeah, the second one's pretty forgettable, in my opinion. But the first one's great. Trying to figure out which version of Jason that is in the picture. I think it's part 6 version, isn't it? Looks like the part 6 version of Jason in the picture. Or part 4. But it looks more, looking by the mask and the shape of the head. Pretty sure it's part 6. Looks like part 6. Hey, Davey. How are you, brother? Yeah, thanks very much. I appreciate it. Still processing it in my head. You know, I remember whenever I had like just 10, and for me 10 felt like 100. It's crazy. How are you, man? Keep good? You gonna be live streaming tonight? Also, how's the weather? It has been extremely wet over here. I got drenched yesterday. Walking home from work, I had to walk like 7 or 8 miles or whatever from work home. So it was just like really heavy rain, constant, no breaks. It was just so I was just soaking wet. There's nothing worse. And today, after I got all dry and everything, and put clothes on, and nice dry, warm socks and everything. Then before I went to go to the shop, I put the shoes on and didn't realize that the shoes were soaking wet. So you can imagine. It was a shit show, man. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Hey, hopefully that goes well for you. That's kick-ass. You looking forward to it? Is it just you going, or are you going with a few friends, or it's pretty kick-ass? Together. I've heard snippets about it, but I don't watch trailers anymore. They tend to give too much away, so I just sort of fly blind now. Whenever I go to watch a movie. That's awesome. Also, have you seen the new I Know What You Did Last Summer? I haven't seen it yet, but I've been hearing a lot of mixed stuff about it. Not so good. I mean, I haven't even watched it, but my biggest concern already is like the fact that they couldn't have picked a better name for it. They just took the same name from the original and said, fuck it, that'll do. There. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I was like, what? I don't get it. Well, just think, going in on your own, that's more popcorn for you, man. Think of it like that. I'd be blessed too. But I actually don't mind going to the theaters on my own. I know a lot of people say oh, it's pretty sad going on your own, sitting in your own. But I actually enjoy going to the cinema on my own. You just relax. You go for the movie. You're not going for anything else. You're going for the. It doesn't bother me. But hey, I hope it goes well for you, man. I really do. Hey, Shay. Thanks so much, dude. I really appreciate it. You're a legend. Yeah, it's my like I said to David, my brain's still processing it. It's like, the longest process of starting a channel for me, the slowest is getting to 100. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that's what I thought. That's what I always think. Like getting to 100 for me it did take a while, and it's like but once you get to 100, I think it kind of gets easier. At least in my opinion. Anyway, but hey, everyone's different. Everyone's channel's different. Some of them get there quicker, and that's awesome. It's all part of the growing. Love it. a rough time with it. Oh man, you know it's bad when you have low expectations for a movie, and when you go into it, and you still walk out disappointed. You know that's bad, man. You know that's like, oh god, that's. I know there's a lot of people talking about a twist. I don't know what the twist is. I don't want to know it until I see the movie, but already I've kind of guessed it. I think I know what it might be, but I want to see. I want to wait until I watch the movie to see for myself. You know, was I right? And if I am right, oh, it's gonna be a good punch, and not in a good way. Hey, love it. You guys mingling, love it. What's that? I just hear the scary movie version of Ghostface in my head. What's that? Hey, lovers of horror, how are you? Hope you're keeping good. Constantine. I haven't watched that movie in a very long ass time, man. That's one I really do have to check out. I've got a long catalog of movies, but that's definitely one. Going to theater alone. Why not? Like I said, more popcorn for you, more leg space. You know, it's winning. Winning, man. That's what it's about. Exactly. See? Going alone is awesome. Although, I don't know about anybody else, but one of my biggest gripes is going to the theater and you see like young ones, like teenagers sitting in front of you, and you see they've got their phones up. That's a big bright ass fucking phone. Then you just hear them talking throughout the movie. Oh, that pisses me off. If I were to ever complain about going to theaters, that would be one of them. That's one of my biggest gripes. You just hear them just talking shit instead of listening to the goddamn movie. I hate that shit, man. That triggers me so bad. Oh god, why? They're making the sequel. Really? So is that like with Keanu Reeves? So is he coming back for it? And I might be thinking of a different movie, I'm not sure, but Al Pacino, wasn't he in it, or am I thinking of a completely different movie if I am 30? But I pretty much have an idea. I think I know Constantine, I know the cover. I've seen the movie a long time ago when I was younger, and it, it was a very long time ago. But they're making a sequel, that's interesting. Although, to be honest, I mean, sequels to movies that have been out like 20 years or whatever, they don't seem to do very well. My first thought is always Dumb and Dumber 2. That's always, when I think of it, that's the example. But you can't get past that. Which is a shame because, like, it had potential. But if 20 years have passed, you have to make a decision and say, all right, we don't need a sequel. No. Leave it on the shelf. Come up with some new ideas. Some movies can't do it, like Halloween 2018. But then they see success and then they make more movies and then it just goes downhill from there. It's a damn shame. Aha! I knew it. Yeah. What the fuck? I'm just imagining like a guy sitting on the other side on his own, sitting chewing away in the popcorn. Like, he spots you, sees that you're comfortable, he sees how content you are, he sees that you're relaxed and you're enjoying the movie. So he says, fuck it, I'm gonna ruin this guy's day. Gets up, walks over, sits next to you, and yeah, he just goes to town on that popcorn, man. Chewing fucking 50 times louder than he would usually do. Slurping his drink really slowly. Stretching. Oh, that would annoy me. I feel for your brother. Oh god, I feel for you, man. That would suck ass. The ultimate troll. I like to think there's one guy that goes to the theater all the time just for that intent. He doesn't give a shit about the movie. He's just there to fuck with people. I just imagine that there's someone out there that's like that. I think it's hilarious. Yeah, dude, I would have had to move too. If I didn't, he'd have been moved. Well, carry that. But fuck that. Ah, so Keanu Reeves is coming back. Ah, that's kick-ass, man. Although I hope he doesn't have his fucking John Wick beard on him this time. Whenever he went into the Matrix Resurrection, I think it was, and he had the full John Wick look, I thought it was just pure lazy. You telling me you couldn't have shaved for the movie, dude? Does Neo look like John Wick? No. I hated that. That actually put me off even watching it. Lazy. I just don't get that. Ah, well, it'll be fun to watch. Can't wait to check it out and see what happens. That's gonna be interesting. Oh, yeah. That's the biggest issue. That's why I don't watch trailers anymore. All they do is just show the entire, all of the. Look, I get it. You make a trailer, you want to sell it, right? Don't show every single fucking jump scare, every single main part of that movie in the trailer, because whenever you go to that movie, there's no pay. There's no payoff. You're going there to see what you've already seen in the trailer. So you're not getting any reward from going to see that movie because it's already been spoiled for you. And that's why I just don't. I stopped watching trailers a good while ago. That's probably another thing I don't like about the theater. You go when they play trailers in the beginning and you sort of can't dodge them. They're right there, so you're fucked either way. But it's annoying. But yeah, trailers, I don't know why. Why not just show little snippets? Maybe have faith in your movie and show the smaller parts of the movie rather than just feeling like you have to show every single part of it. Otherwise, no one's going to come see this. Have a bit more faith in your movie and just sprinkle little bits, It doesn't have to be every fucking thing. Stupid. No, I have not. No, I actually haven't. I didn't even know there was a TV series. Hold up. No, I actually didn't even know there was a TV series. I knew there was a movie, but I didn't know there was a TV series. Who was that starring? I'm guessing not Keanu Reeves. I'm going to assume somebody else. I've never heard of it. I have to do some research into that now. Huh. Yeah, the teaser trailer for Constantine will be pretty good. I have to watch the first one again. Get familiar with it. And I think it's a horror movie, isn't it? From what I remember, it's either a horror movie or it's a thriller, but I'm pretty sure it was a horror movie. At least it was close border. It was hitting the horror border, if I recall. So I'll have to, I gotta check that out, man. Damn. Yeah, someone else. Yeah, I thought it would be somebody else. Yeah, I can't imagine Keanu Reeves doing a TV series. Although a lot of actors, whenever they do get older, they do jump into the TV series. Look at Sylvester Stallone or Arnie. They've hopped into it. So but they only seem to do it whenever they're older, which is interesting. I fascinates me. There's a horror fantasy. I like that. Is there a novel based on Constantine, or the other way around, a novel that the movie is based on? Because it just seems like that could be the case, or maybe it's an original idea. That there's not many original ideas that go to movies, you know. So that's fascinating. Love it. Really? To be honest, I'm not big into the DC universe. I mean, I do like Batman. You know, don't get me wrong, but like I love the Dark Knight trilogy. But that's as far as I go. You know, I can't really get into anything else. Although I never took the time to sit and actually, focus on. So maybe if I did take the time to sit down and watch a couple of them, maybe. But it's the same as Marvel. You know, I don't really care about all the other characters. Spider-Man, yeah, like he's one of my favorite heroes. And movie-wise, Tobey Maguire, that's my boy. Love that guy. For me, that's the best Spider-Man version, best version of Spider-Man, in my opinion. There is comic books. You know, I used to read comic books when I was a kid. I remember I used to get them primarily in Spider-Man comic books. And I remember I used to read them, and I even got to a point where I started trying to make them. I used to get like A4 paper, staple like, I don't know, 70 pages, and try and make comic books. I even tried to make a Halloween one, Michael Myers. So that was really fun. I didn't get far into it. I think I lost interest, or I started playing something and I sort of just forgot about it, and then I ended up losing it. So I just sort of just moved on. That was always interesting. I don't mind comic books. If someone handed me a comic book like today, I'd happily just grab it and flick a couple of pages open and just read. It doesn't bother me. I'm easily pleased. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Nice. Oh yeah. Now the cogs are turning. That's a nasty question. Oh. Okay. Let me see. Let me think. See, my first thought was one of my favorite horror movies of all time it's a movie that literally, when I was growing up, nobody ever heard of. Anytime I said, yeah, have you ever seen this? They would say, what's that? I'd never seen it before. And I was like, oh shit. So I couldn't talk to anybody growing up about it, but it's Stephen King's Cat's Eye. And people always get mind blown. Stephen King? Really? I've never heard of it. Yep. That's my number one favorite horror movie of all time. I watch it at least 10 times every year, maybe more. But I was thinking, would that be interesting to remake? But then I'm also thinking, I think it's perfect how it is. I don't think I would want them to remake it, because one way or another, they're going to fuck it up. I mean, if they remade it and made it more serious and more sinister and more darker, because Cat's Eye has a bit of a comedy edge to it. Not as full on like the movie House, for example, which does have genuine comedy sprinkled on it, but Cat's Eye has less comedy, which is good. But yeah, maybe House. I think the movie House, the first one, would be an interesting remake. I think it could benefit from a modern day remake. I think that would be interesting. What do you think, lover of horror? Do you think House would get a good remake? Because I know you've reviewed the House movies, and I know I reviewed the first two. I still have to review the third and fourth, but I'll get there. But I think House I think would be a good remake. I think a good movie to remake modern day would be House. As awesome as it was like back in the mid 80s. I think today if they made more darker and more grittier and modern and practical effects, of course, then I think House could definitely benefit with modern day remake. That's what I think. No, actually, I haven't. I haven't seen it. I've played the game, but I haven't. I haven't seen the movie. Although I haven't heard very good things about the movie. I'll be honest, though. Apparently, Sony decided to go in the complete opposite direction of what the actual game was about, which is such a simplistic story of a couple of kids trapped in a cabin and there's a killer outside in the storm. It's simple. How do you mess that up? But then again, Sony. Watching Critters. Oh, I've seen the Critters movies a long time ago. When I was a kid, I really want to watch them again. I really do. Hey, Shudder. How are you? Thanks for hopping in. How are you keeping? It's nice to hear from you. Yeah. You keeping good? How's the weather where you are? It's only just gotten dry here. It was like raining all day yesterday and I got caught in it. I was drenched. It was bad. It was bad. Wonderful to have you here. The Annabelle doll. Are you referring to the paranormal investigator that passed away while touring the haunted place with the actual Annabelle doll? If that's what you mean, then yeah, I've read about it. I don't think the doll killed him. I think it was just a coincidence, But it's so easy to put two and two together. Haunted doll, he died. It's obviously the doll killed him. No, I don't think that alone. I think he must have been sick or something was brewing. If he had been home that day, he still would have, unfortunately passed away. But yeah, I have heard of it, yeah. Yeah. Now, I haven't seen House 4, but I have heard a lot of people say that House 4 is really bad. House 1, I think it should have ended with House 1. I didn't see any reason why sequels should have happened, but House 4, I know House 3 is about prison, something that's based in prison. And House 4 brings back the main character of the first one. I think that it kills him off or something. I know that much, at least, but yeah, they definitely still have some comedy in them. Oh, thank you, Shauna. I really, really appreciate it. And like I said earlier, I'm still processing it. My brain's just what? So honestly, thank you, and thank you for sticking. I want to thank everybody here, and say thank you for sticking with the channel. Wouldn't have got to 1,000 without any of you. So I wholeheartedly appreciate it, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It really does. You're all legends, all of you. Even you on the left. Yeah, you. Hey, don't look behind you. I'm pointing at you, yeah. Oh, God. But yeah, no, I appreciate you all, really. Dying for some rain, man? Dude, if I had a way yesterday, I would have happily sent that rain straight over to your direction, man. You can have it. Take it, please. Take all of it. God, we had way too much rain here, man. It's bad. Like, it is currently 11 p.m. over here, and it only stopped raining from yesterday. Full on rain from 8 o'clock from yesterday evening, all night, and it only stopped raining at around 8 o'clock or something. So that's fucking insane. I got drenched. I put, dry warm socks on, put my shoes on. I didn't realize my shoes were still soaking wet, so I had to walk to the shop, soaking wet shoes, because they're the only shoes I have, you see. And it's rough, man. But I hope you get the rain you want. And please keep the rain to yourself. Don't send it over here, please. Oh, God. I do like rain at some points. It's cool to look at. But, Hey, Ellie. How are you, buddy? Is it Ellie or Eli? I think it's Eli, isn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. But hey, what's up, dude? I hope you're, thanks for hopping in. I hope you're well. And what's the weather like where you are, buddy? Is it dry, wet? I wish it was dry over here. But, nope. But thanks for hopping in, buddy. I appreciate it, dude. You're a legend. Well, you're all legends. But once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for hopping in tonight and for sticking with the channel. I wouldn't have got here without any of you. So I appreciate you all, and yeah, truly, I really do appreciate you guys. Really. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I remember House 4 did get a lot of bad reviews, from what I recall. A lot of people saying it was like the worst out of the whole franchise. But for anyone who doesn't know, Lover of Horror also has a YouTube channel, and she also reviews movies. So, hop over to her channel and subscribe to her and give her some support. She does a really great job, and she works hard enough, and yeah, so, wonderful to support each other. And now I want to watch House 4. I feel like it's a movie I can rant about. I forget to slash that line, but oh, you're a legend, Eli. It is Eli. It is Eli, right? It is Eli. Ellie, I'm thinking Ellie is E-L-L-I-E. Eli. Just, it makes sense. It is Eli, isn't it? Even if it isn't, change your name legally. It's Eli now, and tell them that that's just the way it is. Your name's Eli from now on. Just tell your family to accept it. But thanks, buddy. You're a legend. Yeah. I love this, the chat. All of you mingling and talking to each other. I love it. That's wonderful. That's what I like to see. Oh shit, really? Oh, that's fucking awesome, man. 102 days. That's actually not that long. Believe it or not, that is gonna fucking fly in. I love Halloween. God, are you working on any plans for Halloween? I know a lot of people do like to plan ahead. Has anybody here ever watched it's a TV show from years ago. It's called Art Attack. It's basically it's like a guy in like a red jumper, and like he makes art. I've started watching that on YouTube lately. stopped in like 2008, I think, or 2007. It started in like the mid 80s, I think. But I was thinking close to Halloween to like make like a video of like creating a big like giant picture of Michael Myers or something out using like, I don't know, black and white clothes or something like that. Like something that I thought would be a little different for Halloween this year. Maybe it'd be cool to make a video of something like that. Just make a big giant picture, like a big giant mural of like Michael or any other horror character, you know, just out of clothes. I think it'd be really cool. Challenging, but I think it'd be pretty cool. 102 days, fuck, that's seriously, dude, that's gonna fucking fly in, man. Whoa. Texas, and it's hot as fuck. Yeah, dude, what degree is it over there? I'm gonna guess 29 to 31. Am I right? Am I right? Come on, roll, wait. I'm kidding. Gosh, kitty gosh. Madness. Puppet Master movies. I've seen them on. They popped up on Shudder. I think it's 1 to 3. The first 3 movies of the Puppet Master, which I actually really want to watch. And how many is there? Is there just 3 or is there like 5? I could have sworn there was like maybe 5. Maybe I'm thinking of something different. But Puppet Master, it reminded me of the Basket Case movie. I think it's called Basket Case. If anyone here seen it, like the little, little creepy little fucker and the like baby-looking thing. It's pretty creepy. Pretty sure it's called Basket Case, I think. But it's messed up. Diddly-dee. $105. Holy shit. God damn. How do you cope on that? Like, you have put your sun cream on, right? God. We were in Spain last year and I didn't leave the hotel without a single drop of sun cream. I had it everywhere on my face. Even on my hair, you know, in case my hair got burnt. That's crazy. 105. How do you put up with that constantly and daily? That's bonkers, man. Fair play to you, dude. Pumpkinhead, I love that. I have to review the second one. But the first one, the concept of the first one's actually really, really good. I love how it ended. Like, if you kill Pumpkinhead, you know, and then you get killed, you turn into Pumpkinhead, and then you get buried and you become the next Pumpkinhead. I just love that concept. I mean, that's such an easy way to create multiple sequels. It's such a clever idea. Don't know who came up with that, but genius. And the cinematography in that movie was unbelievable. It was 125 there 2 weeks ago. How did you do? How? See, anytime I see hot weather like that, my first thought is sit outside, have a beer, relax. But whenever you're sitting outside, you're like, fuck, I need to go inside. It's not as cool as you think it is. You know, in your head, you think, like, it's just fine. Yeah, it's just a bit of heat. It's just a little bit of heat. Nope. No. God. You need some air. You need a fan. Ice cubes. Put down your pants. The usual, you know? The usual. Or is it just me? Anyway, guys, I'm going to. I'll be back in 1 minute. I have to put the charger into this laptop, otherwise it's gonna die. So I'll be back in 1 minute. I just have to get the charger for this laptop before it dies. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, sorry about that. I'll try and figure out what the damn charger was. Hey, Ashton. How are you, dude? Thanks for dropping by. Suddenly I sound all like I'm from Texas. Thanks for dropping by, boy. Oh, cold tea. No. That was a mistake. How are you, Ashton? Yeah. Socializing. I love it. Wait, what? There's 13 Puppet Master movies. Like, seriously? I thought there was only like 4. 13? Holy shit. Okay. Which one's your favorite? And why? That was Volley. It was well, Ashton. What's your favorite? I can't get over that. 13. What? That blows my mind. I actually don't even know what to say. 13. I've ever seen it. Oh, The Sinners. I see it now, yeah, buddy. The Sinners. No, I haven't. It's a TV series, is it? Or is it a movie? Sinners. I have heard of it though. I've heard the name Sinners. I have heard, and I'm pretty sure I have seen the cover art for it, but I've never. What is it about? Without like any spoilers. And HBO is that what it's on? I'll have to. Yeah, I gotta check that out. I'm always on the lookout for literally anything, anything horror. Seriously, I was 13. I mean, I'm still stuck on that. Holy shit. Sinners. I have to keep that in mind. Yeah. First one. I mean, the originals are always going to be the best. You know, they always have the record of. It's very rare that a sequel surpasses an original. I mean, just take Jaws for example. They just kept getting worse as the sequels kept going, you know. And I mean, it's the same of anything else really. But there are some that do surpass, you know. And the Puppet Master, I mean, there's 13 movies. I mean, that's like Hellraiser. For me, I think Hellraiser should have ended with the fourth movie. I think the fourth Hellraiser movie was like the perfect end for that franchise. In my opinion. I think they killed off Pinhead again. I know they've done it in the second one, but they did it, blowing them up in space. How do you come back from that? You know, it should have ended there. It was perfect. But they saw money signs and that's what they ran with. So, damn shame. If it had ended before, the Hellraiser franchise in general would have been a lot more respected today, I think. It's because there's so many stinkers that people just don't talk about it anymore. Even though I thought the fifth one was all right. I like the idea, I like the concept, but yeah, it wasn't executed all that well. The main character was just bland, but the ending was badass. That's the part of the franchise when Pinhead only started coming into the end of movies, and like the last 10 minutes. So you're watching like an hour and a half movie just to only be treated to seeing Pinhead in the last 10 minutes of the movie. So it got disappointing. So it's a darn shame. It's a darn shame, man. Yeah, I seen that. Funny enough, I did see they're making a new Gremlins movie, which is awesome. I think that's kick-ass. But I hope it's all going to be practical. I hope they don't just whack in bad CGI. Like every single Gremlin's going to be just CGI'd, and that's it. You know, I'm hoping that they actually, give it the old school treatment, like they did with the first two. And I mean, I would love to see a bit more horror put into it. I know it's like a horror comedy, but I think you could get away with putting a little bit more horror and a bit more, making it a bit darker. I think that would be cool. At least in my opinion, I think that they could easily get away with it. So yeah, as long as it's practical effects and they stick to the formula of the first two, then they can't go wrong. As long as they don't do the whole new trade of bringing back legacy characters, and because it does tend to ruin it whenever they try and bring back like legacy. Like look at the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Netflix one, bringing Sally back, and they did her dirty, man. That's the first part where I thought, yeah, I have no respect. I have no faith in them doing this shit again. Oh god. Hey Chris, thanks for hopping in. I appreciate you. And yeah, I mean, 50-50. part of me is like, I want to say yes, I'm excited, I'm ecstatic, and looking on the calendar and marking the date, but I don't know. It could go either way. You know, look how the Chucky series turned out, for example. The first series was brilliant. The second one, it got a bit silly and goofy. And then the third series, that was the last nail in the coffin. So I'm hoping, you know, they learn from Chucky's mistake and embrace, you know, a better way. But it's hard to say. Like, I just can't imagine Michael Myers being in a TV series. It just feels weird. It sounds weird. Even saying it out loud, I can't see. Like Jason Voorhees, like I can see that in a TV series. That I can see how that could genuinely work. You know, it's like Bates Motel. You know, it works. You know, but for some reason, Michael Myers in a TV series just sounds really. It sounds like it just shouldn't be a thing. It should only be movies. But hey, maybe it'll come out and it'll blow us all away, and it could be like the best thing ever. You know, it's just really hard to say. But until we know more details about it, you know, I'm thinking like if we know who the cast is, and hopefully they move on from Jamie Lee Curtis. No offense to her, she's a wonderful actress, an awesome character, but you have to move on, man. You can't keep handcuffing the series to Jamie Lee Curtis, you know. Like Halloween 4, she wasn't in it, and that movie carried perfectly and was awesome. It didn't need Jamie Lee Curtis to carry the franchise after that. You know, they successfully broke away from it. So, and then bringing her back, that just re-handcuffed them back to it. So, you know, that's, but hopefully it's good. What do you think, Chris? Do you think it's going to be good? Do you think it could be awesome? And if so, what are your hopes for it? What are you hoping that they're going to do differently? I mean, for Halloween, I think no more than 2 seasons. I think if we go past 2 seasons, that's too much. That's just going to clutter it. And it's going to be like The Walking Dead. First, 4 or 5 series are awesome. Then afterwards, it goes downhill because the best ideas are already done. So I think 1 or 2 seasons of Halloween, and that's it. I think that would be perfect. I think that's all you need. We don't need 10 seasons. You know, 2 I think is more than enough. I think. Hell, I think if you've executed well, 1 season is enough. You know, I don't think we need that many. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I know there's a lot of hype about it, so I'm fascinated to see how they're going to end it. And I am glad this is going to be the last season because, you know, end it while the fire's hot. You know, end it on a high. You know, so it's definitely the best time now to finish it off. So hopefully they execute it well. You know, and I mean, I can't see how they wouldn't. They've taken this time, you know, they haven't rushed the season out, so if they had rushed it out, then I would be worried. But they're taking the time, you know, so that's a good thing. It means that they're putting some heart into it. And that's what you need. You know, people who rush things out, it's just for the money and for the tickets, that's when you're in trouble. That's yeah, that'll be interesting. That's an interesting idea. Like, I don't know what their plan is. I don't know if they're gonna go right back to when Michael was a kid. like do like Rob Zombie, style of Michael being in the hospital or whatever, and we meet a young version of Loomis. I mean, they could do that. I don't think they should. I don't think we need to know about Michael as a kid. He's scarier when he's just a mystery. In my eyes, if we start answering all the questions, then it becomes less scarier the more we know. So, I mean, they could. I mean, I always thought they should have stuck with the original ending of Halloween Kills. Where Laurie senses that Karen was killed and she walks out with the knife. And that's the way it should have ended. And then Halloween Ends should have been from that night. Laurie versus Michael one last time. Instead they did the time jump, and that took any shock factor out of it, any immersion out of it. Like the way he kills Angie, you're like, oh shit, so what does this mean now? What's Laurie gonna do? And then you time skip it and she's just making a pumpkin, and you're like, oh, so she got over it. She didn't even mention Karen, I don't think, in Halloween Ends. She pretty much got over it, which I kind of feel robbed in a way. Like we should have been given something a bit more than that. But I mean, there's the other side. I mean, if they decide to go ahead with like maybe like from Halloween 1978, like you imagine. You know what I actually love? If they're gonna do a season of Halloween, imagine it takes place straight after the end of Halloween 1, falls off the balcony, and carried on straight from there. Imagine that. That'd be cool. I mean, it could work it in a way. I mean, I know there's the absence of the great Donald Pleasence, but they can make it work, I think. I mean, look at that flashback in the beginning of Halloween Kills. You could easily have a full movie or a full series with that. It's perfect. People, you ask anybody about Halloween Kills, what's your favorite part? Oh, easily the flashback scene. There you go. Take that and run with it. That's what I think. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think that'd be a good idea? Yeah. Hey, thanks, Peach Phoenix. Thanks very much. I really, really appreciate that. And yeah, crazy. 1,000 people stuck around listening to me. Whew. What are you doing with your lives, man? but thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Thanks so much. I don't have much faith in the new Scream movie, I'll be honest with you. I think that they've given us too much in terms of information. Like, for example, I genuinely feel that all of the returns, Roman, Dewey, Stu, should have all been kept a secret until the actual movie. I feel like I should have been sitting in the theaters and seeing it. And the fact that they've told everybody already that, oh yeah, Roman's gonna come back, Dewey's coming back, Stu is coming back. I feel that they should never have told us that. And I feel that because they did tell us that, it makes me think that they have very low confidence in this movie. That they have to tell us that they have no faith in it. Bless me. Bless me. Sorry. But yeah, I feel they have maybe no confidence in this movie at all. Or maybe after the whole controversy, the last movie and the actors or the actresses, that they're thinking, okay, people probably hate the series now because of that. So we need to get him back on board. So tell him, give him this, give him that. Roman's coming back, give him that. No, shouldn't have told us, and that's why I don't really have much faith in it. I'll be honest. I don't really have any faith in the new Scream movie at all. Primarily because of that. I feel they've told us too much, and I don't like it. It's just no. Some shit you should keep to yourself. And my theory also, I think that them coming back isn't going to be the actors, the characters coming back. Like, obviously Roman is coming back. You shot in the head, so he's not coming back. But I think that what they're going to do is they're bringing them back for their voices. My theory is this new Ghostface is going to terrorize Sydney with AI voices. That's what I'm thinking. And that's where the past characters come in. That's what I think. They're not coming back. And if they are, it'll be a flashback, but it'll have to be all de-aged and everything. And, so I think using their voices, that's the safest bet, in my opinion. Black and White Pitch? No, actually, I haven't seen it. No, that's another one I have to add to my my long list. What is it about, Davey? I'm curious. Oh, now I have to watch it now, don't I? I'm obligated. I have no way out of it now. I love it. I love any ideas like that. I love just. It is possible, but it's the execution. Can they do it right? Will they do it right? Will it be done? Will it be given justice? That's what the thing is, and hopefully they do. Hopefully they do it justice. Hopefully. Famous last words, huh? I hope. I like David. Yeah, 100%. Like, there's too many rewrites. I don't know if there's too many cooks in the kitchen, but I know originally that they did intend for Halloween Ends to be a back-to-back thing, like straight after kills, right into Ends, and it picks off from the same night. But then COVID happened and they rewrote it. David Gordon Green sat down. He thought, oh, hey, this would be a cool idea. What if I did this? And I admire the balls to try and do something different. And part of me kind of liked it, but I would have much preferred the original idea. You know, I think it should have been, he should have stuck to his guns the first time and kept that idea he had for a different movie. You know, but yeah, he definitely should have stuck to his guns and stuck with those other endings. You know, I think they definitely would have done it. Thank you. What a guy. Man's a hero. I feel blessed. Yeah, he's coming back, but it's not been confirmed yet whether he's going to be alive or not. I mean, it could be he's just coming back for a flashback, or just his voice for like maybe some voice work. But it's really hard to say, man. Hey, thanks for hopping in, T. Olson, and thank you very much. I really, really appreciate it. Big 1K, yeah? My brain's still processing it. I've been saying it throughout this whole stream, but yep, brain's still processing. Yeah, like Dewey returning, how is he? He's not obviously, I can't imagine him coming back to life, but I'm just envisioning that, again, it could be voice work. That's why they're bringing them back, just for voice work. And like, my theory of Scream 7 is, as I said, I think the new Ghostface is just going to terrorize Sydney with AI voices, and those are the voices that all these past characters are coming back for. That's my opinion, you know, but who knows? You know, like, they can do anything. Maybe Dewey faked his death to get away. Maybe there was a bigger picture and he knew that there was, I don't know, a culprit behind the whole thing. Maybe he knew Stu was alive and faked his death to maybe go undercover and catch him. Who knows what they're gonna do? But it's hard to know, man. You know. Yeah, I remember when I walked into Scream 5, I had a thought that imagine Dewey was Ghostface. like wouldn't that, like, it would take balls to make that, like, where he's been through so much shit, he's fought for his life so many times, and he finally snaps and decides, fuck it, and goes on a full-on killing spree. Like, that would have been a really big fucking, like, shock factor. Even, like, can you imagine if there's a Scream and if they had the balls to, like, unmask Sydney as a killer, where she's been through so much trauma, so much PTSD, mentally, she eventually just snaps. I mean, that would be like the biggest balls I think any franchise, any horror franchise would have ever done. So I can't think of a movie that would have done anything even close to that. But yeah. And I also want to say that I hated the fact they killed Dewey off, and the whole movie I was rooting, and all I kept saying out loud was, it should have been Gale. It should have been Gale. You know, in my opinion, Dewey was a much more interesting character. You know, Dewey was so much more interesting, so much more fascinating, and Gale's Gale, you know, there's nothing new there, there's nothing. She just doesn't interest me anymore. Gale's character just doesn't, you know, I just, like I said, I wish it was, it should have been Gale. He killed off Dewey, who was a much more interesting character than that. I still haven't got over it. See, Dave? Now, I do have a theory of what I think is going to happen in the new movie. I don't want to say it in case I'm right, and I don't want to spoil anything for anyone watching here, but I have a theory of who's going to be the killer. Because it's obviously not the Fisher guy. You know, he got, shredded up in the third movie in the wood chipper. But, I mean, I don't even think that's canon. I think that was just a spin-off. But anyway, he was an old man, so he'd be long gone. But I have a theory that it's a particular character. And that theory is primarily because every picture I've seen this character in, the character just looks shady. In every picture I see, they just look shady. They look just, you know, it's something about it. But when I watched the movie and in my review, I will obviously, at the end of it, you know, there will be a spoiler alert and all that. I will say if my theory was right and if it's who I think it was and who, you know, but I think I have an idea who it may be. But yeah, you've got the cogs turning, Dave. That's gonna keep me up all night. You know that, right? Do you think Scream 7 will be the final, or yeah, I mean, I think it should have ended with Scream 6 or Scream 3, in my opinion, but you know, because they wrapped everything up and it was all full circle and it ended with Sydney, you know, that scene of her seeing the door open and she just leaves it open rather than going over and locking it. She just leaves it open, which is like the way of saying that she's over it. You know, she's conquered her fear. She's no longer looking over her shoulder anymore. You know, in my opinion, it should have ended with 3. It wrapped it up nicely, but you know. But Scream 7, I think, should be the end. I think if they're going to bring all these characters back, it sounds like something you would do for a finale. You you bring back all the characters that were in this entire franchise, and you just wrap it all up from there. You say, all right, let's finish this off with a bang. And hopefully they do. I'm hoping Scream 7 is the last one, but I think it was a planned trilogy, I think, wasn't it? There was 5, 6, 7. And then after 6, they said they were going to make a new trilogy or something, like with Sydney. But I don't know. I feel it should have ended with Scream 3. It wrapped it up, I think, perfectly, in my opinion. But, who knows? Maybe they'll carry it on and see. But there's only so many times Sydney can encounter Ghostface before it becomes ridiculous. It's like, realistically, at one point she has to stand there and say, right, what the fuck? Oh god. That would be cool. Kirby is a really cool character. But although this is definitely the first I've heard of this. I mean, I don't know how. But then again, it might be good. If it's a movie, I think it would pay off a lot better. If it's a movie. TV series, I don't think so. I don't think a TV series would work. I think if it's a one-off movie, stick to it just being a movie. It doesn't need to be. I don't think we need a TV series spin-off, but if it's a one-off spin-off movie, then yeah, sure. Go for it. They can get away with it. That's in development. I have to look into that. It's a movie. Good. Goody gumdrops. Thank you very much, Brooke. I really appreciate that. Thanks for dropping in. And yeah, 1K. Mind blowing. But thank you for dropping in, and thank everybody here tonight for hopping in and having a chat. That's what the stream's about. It's it's like a mini celebration for me, but it's also, most importantly, me chatting to you guys. That's the most important part. Interacting. I love it. And any excuse to talk horror. So that's wonderful. Thank you so much, Brooke. I really appreciate it. Forcing on her storyline. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say, man. Scream. It comes a point when you do have to just close it off. Like, it'd be cool to have a Kirby spin-off movie, sure, but like, realistically, when you think about it, where can you go with it? What can you do with it that you can't just do in a Scream movie? Just have her in, and just have a little side story with her in it in the one movie. Does she really? I don't think her character really deserves her own movie. I don't think she's that. She's a great character. She's badass, sure, but I don't think that she really deserves a full movie to herself. I don't think. Like I said, where do you go with it? What do you do with it? Whatever story you want to tell about her, you can just do it in the next Scream movie. That's just my opinion, though. That's, thank you, Brooke. Really appreciate it. And how are you keeping? You keeping good? Yeah, okay, you're right, Chris. Yeah, Scream 8 has been confirmed, and it's already in development. Apparently, it's already. I think they may have started filming, or at least they are going to very soon. So that also makes me concerned about 7, because it sounds like they're rushing, and if they're rushing it, yourself, movies that are rushed don't turn out very good. So I just have very little faith in Scream 7 and 8. Unless... no. I can't even say anything to justify it. I just have no faith at all in Scream 7. I really don't. They've given us too much information. They've spoiled things that shouldn't have been told. They should have been, kept a secret until we went to the theaters. Like, how awesome would it have been to go to the theaters and these characters to pop back up without not knowing? Those are the days of movies I miss. Unfortunately today, everything is spoiled because of social media, because of leaks. Like Spider-Man No Way Home, for example. It leaked the whole script. Toby's coming back. All these things, these villains are. How awesome would it have been to go see that movie, and then it all happens in front of your eyes without you even suspecting it. So it sort of kills the enjoyment, I think. Which sucks. But that's just the way it is. We just have to adapt. So, but who knows? Could turn out to be the best yet. But yeah, it's hard to know, man. It's hard to know. Excuse me. Yeah, 100%. One thing I'm hoping that Scream 7 doesn't do is I'm hoping that they don't what's the word? Like rewrite history in a way. Like to a point where it's ridiculous. But it's hard to know. And yeah, 4K Steelbox. Fuck yeah. Add it to your collection. Which I'm sure you have a pretty big collection. But yeah, so I am going to wrap this up, guys, because I have to do a couple of things. So I'm gonna give it just 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna go. So, but I want to thank everyone for showing up, and it's been wonderful talking to everybody. And yeah, maybe either tomorrow or Wednesday, I will do another stream. Probably a bit earlier on my side, so there's that. So I'll obviously notify you and I'll keep you updated. And yeah. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for dropping in. Really appreciate it. And yeah, so I'm going to close this off, and I will talk to you guys later on. And once again, thank you for tuning in. And yeah, take care, guys. And look after yourselves, and don't kill anyone. See you guys. Wrong button. Sorry. See you guys.